In the previous video lessons, we learnt about the for loop and the while loop. One more loop is available in Java, and that is do while loop. The syntax of the do while loop is, it goes like, we have do, then the curly braces. Here we put the set of statements that are required to be executed again and again. Okay, and the conditional part is given at the end of the loop body. So while this is your conditional expression, or we call it the testing expression, and here we put semicolon. The execution of the do while loop goes like, first of all, the first statement that we have enclosed within these braces, that gets executed, then the second statement, then the third statement, and so on. Once all the statements that we have combined under the loop, they are executed, and after the execution of these set of statements, then the condition is checked. This conditional expression is checked. Now this conditional expression will evaluate to true or false. If it happens to be true, then again the control is transferred to the set of statements, or we can say these set of statements are executed, and again the conditional expression is checked. If it is again true, then the same set of statements is executed again, and so on. This process continues unless this conditional expression becomes false. So once this conditional expression becomes false, then the control is transferred out of the do while loop. So let us recall that in case of while loop, the syntax was while, then we had here the conditional expression and the set of statements, first statement, second statement, third statement, and so on. Okay, in case of while loop, one more point here to note is, as in case of while loop, the initialization of the variables was done prior to the while loop. In the same fashion, in case of do while loop, the initialization of the variables is done prior to the do while loop. Okay, so in case of while loop, first of all we had some initialization. We assigned some initial values to the variable which was being used in the testing expression. Okay, then the condition was checked. Condition was checked if it is true or false. If it is true, then the set of statements that we have combined here within these braces, curly braces, that gets executed, and within these statements we have also the updation part. After making some updations or modifications, then again control was transferred back to the conditional expression, and so on. Now at the very first time when this while loop was executed, first of all it was checked whether this condition, that is this conditional expression, is true or false. And if this expression evaluates to true, then and only then these set of statements were executed. What in case of do while? See the difference. First of all, the set of statements that we have combined here within the body of the do while loop, that gets executed. Once this set of statements is executed, then this conditional expression is checked whether it is true or false. Okay, suppose in case of while loop, if this conditional expression evaluates to false at the very first instance, then the set of statements that we have combined under the while loop, they will not be executed at all. But in case of do while, at least once these set of statements will get executed, and then conditional expression will be checked. If it evaluates to false, then, but before its evaluation, this set of statements have already been executed. So the difference between while and do while loop is, in case of do while loop, it is certain, it is for sure that at least once these set of statements will be executed. But in case of while loop, it depends upon the conditional expression, if it is true or false. If it is true, then and only then these set of statements are executed, otherwise not. So sometimes students get confused between the while and do while loops. So we have to keep it in mind that in case of while loop, first of all the conditional expression is checked. If it is true, then and only then the set of statements that we have combined under the while loop, that will be executed. But in case of do while, at least once means, first of all, these set of statements that will be executed, and once these set of statements are executed, then the conditional expression is checked for true or false. If it is true, then the same set of instructions are executed again and again, unless this conditional expression becomes false. So in the next video lesson, we shall discuss about some examples related to the do while and while loop. We shall try to predict the output of the programs.